Okay, this video is about Jon McNaughton. He's a contemporary artist. His website is jonmcnaughton.com. And this guy's a great artist. I just want to show you some of his paintings and talk a little bit about their significance. So first of all, this is, of course, Jesus Christou in the boat with the apostles. And I found that, Christian painting art goes really well with a lot of Christian music. And so I'm getting in the habit now of just including songs that go with the painting. Okay, this is a great song, this Oceans one. Okay. Now he also painted, one of the things that he does commonly is he takes historical scenes like Via Dolorosa with Jesus Christou carrying the cross, and he combines them with contemporary figures. So in this one, he's got Jesus Christou here, and this man who's sort of helping him reminds me of Simon the Cyrenian, who helped Christ carry the cross. And there's other contemporary things in here, like, for example, he's got Stalin almost like smiling and laughing. Right next to him, he's got Napoleon. He's got Lenin over here, Mother Teresa, and a whole bunch of other historical famous figures. I'm sure if you look at it, you will recognize many of them, which makes it more entertaining. There's Marx. So anyways, the whole thing is kind of interesting. Very skillfully done. And here's his painting of the resurrection. He is risen by Jon McNaughton. And here's a great painting of him, trying to unify the USA, and he's holding up. Supposedly it's called the Pledge, suggesting it's a Pledge of Allegiance, but it looks way too long to be the Pledge of Allegiance, so maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's the Declaration of Independence or the Constitution. This is funny. It looks like one of the judges unhappy, because many of the judges are against the interests of the USA. So anyways, there's a whole bunch of historical figures in here. It's very beautiful, very nice. Jesus Christou is the only thing that can unify the USA. Here is the Congressional Constitution Convention in Philadelphia in 1787 with G.W. presiding, the true founder of this country. I think that's Alexander Hamilton right there next to Ben Franklin, two geniuses. And there were a lot of other great men that helped give us our great Constitution that brought us freedom, and that gives us freedom of speech and many other rights. Okay. It's really important. People don't realize this stuff is slipping away, and if we lose it, we're screwed. Okay, so Jon McNaughton made his own version of the Constitution Congress from 1787, and in this one he put a lot of contemporary figures there. I'm sure you know who this guy is. I'm sure you know who this guy is. I'm sure you know who this guy is. Many of you probably know this guy, Dinesh D'Souza. And I think Dinesh D'Souza is a perfect example of a guy whose Christianity just made him a lot more creative. He's made a lot of great movies and written a lot of great books and has a lot of good internet videos. I am a big admirer of him. This guy, Matt Walsh, is kind of funny. He's become pretty famous. And he asked the question, what is a woman? And many college professors could not answer it. I'm sure you'll recognize this guy. A lot of famous people in this picture. It's a rather entertaining picture. I know her from the news. She's real good. Okay, so here's the original signing of the Declaration of Independence. And one of the things you're going to notice was it wasn't multiculturalism, it was not diversity that, sort of founded the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. It was a bunch of white Christian men, okay? And people should be aware of that because this country was founded on Christianity. And people will try to deny that. All the historical books have been rewritten. The billionaire perverts who want to destroy the country, they knew they had to rewrite all the books, the historical books and the school books, in order to trick the population into thinking that America's not a Christian country. All right? Go ahead, study it yourself, okay? Where is my DVD course? I have a whole DVD course on it. One second, let me just grab it. Oh, crap. So here it is. This is a good one right here. It's by, I think the guy's name is David Barton or something. It's a really good. It's from the American Heritage series. Yeah, David Barton. It's great. And you'll see it the more you look at it. You'll be amazed how Christian America was, okay? This painting, of course, is by John Trumbull. He made a lot of the original paintings. Okay, and that's why the white Christian man is so scapegoated in society, because the Democrats are essentially the American Communist Party, okay? And they have to get rid of the white Christian man first because they think that's the only real obstacle. They think everyone else is a joke, okay? Their attitude is about, oh, women are easy to control is what they think. They also think that other ethnic groups are too small in number. They have no significant effect on what's going to happen. So they don't care about them, okay? They figure once they get rid of the white Christian male, there will be nothing in this country whatsoever that could prevent total takeover, total control, enslavement of the population, reduction of the population numbers. That's what's coming. If you read about it, go to other places. You won't find it here, but go to other places and you read about it and you will be amazed. This has all been in writing for decades, okay, for anybody who actually tries to understand it. Okay, and then, like I said too, people should really study these guys. This guy, Thomas Jefferson, was a genius. I mean, he was like reading in 5 different languages, and he was a religious fanatic compared to modern standards. Okay, he's reading the Bible in all these different languages, in all these Bible studies, promoting the Bible in all these different ways. Ben Franklin was a genius too. John Adams was a good guy. He's a smart guy. He wasn't a genius like these guys, but what I'm trying to say is these were brilliant men who started this country and wanted it to be free. This is Ayn Rand had said that this is the best country that's ever existed in the history of the world. The founders of the United States were great men and they did great things. And here's just a typical painting. They're all praying, and they would pray in the same spot where they would work. They would have church, mass in the same spot where they would legislate, okay? That's where America comes from. Thomas Jefferson, no country can survive without religion. Christianity is the best religion. The words of Christ can stand alone. Okay, they had their church ceremonies in the same building where they legislated. What was their capital? Okay, Thomas Jefferson insisted that all military officers should go to church on Sundays. He said any military officer who disrupts or interferes with church will be considered for court-martial. Okay, Thomas Jefferson had the Marine Band play in the church in the Capitol on Sundays. Okay. Come on, that's what it was like. Okay, Patrick Henry gave his famous speeches in churches. Okay, guard with jealousy the public liberty. Unfortunately, nothing will preserve it, but you know what? Whenever you give up that, you are inevitably ruined. It is natural to man to indulge in the illusions of hope. We are apt to shut our eyes against a painful truth and listen to the song of that siren till she transforms us into beasts. Is this the part of wise men engaged in a great and arduous struggle for liberty? Are we disposed to be of the number who, having eyes, see not, and having ears, hear not, the things which so nearly concern their temporal salvation? I have but one lamp by which my feet are guided, and this is the lamp of experience. I know of no way of judging the future but by the past. For my part, whatever anguish of spirit it might cost, I am willing to know the whole truth, to know the worst, and to provide for it. Is life so dear, or peace so sweet, as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Forbid it, Almighty God. I know not what course others may take, but for me, give me liberty or give me death. That is Patrick Henry's speech in Virginia in 1775. Okay, so now some more of the paintings of Jon McNaughton. And here he is. He's got GW praying at Valley Forge. And, you should be asking yourself a question. How come we don't have a holiday for GW? GW is the founder of this country. He's one of the greatest men that ever served the USA. And there should be a holiday. And, of course, you know the reason, if you have a brain in your head, why we don't have a holiday for GW. Because they don't want you to know about him. They don't want you to know how religious he was. They don't want you to know how much he was praying. They don't want you to know how much Thomas Jefferson was praying, okay? They don't want you to know the truth about your country, because the fact that you don't know the truth about your country makes it so much easier to take it away from you and put you into slavery. So a nice, lovely painting by McNaughton. And the other thing is, they don't want these young guys to grow up. Like, they destroyed the Boy Scouts because they didn't want the Boy Scouts producing good men. I was a Boy Scout when I was younger. It was a good organization. And you look up to men like GW, okay? And so they get rid of institutions that are good. They either, infiltrate them and corrupt them, or they outright destroy them. The Boy Scouts were a good institution, and they've been destroyed, okay? And they've destroyed the schools. Basically, the communists have taken over most of the USA, and they're destroying it as fast as they can. And, you know, hopefully it's going to be saved, but who knows. Here's another painting by Jon McNaughton, and this one is called The Forgotten Man. So the average guy worked his butt off to help make America a better place. He has been forgotten. The entire system is now against him, depriving him of jobs, depriving him of promotion, depriving him of freedom, depriving him of safety, okay? And all these pompous blowhards sit over around here, and they know what's going on. They know exactly what's going on, but they're getting paid off to be puppets and to destroy the place, so they go along with it. This is what's happening. This is what's happening to the great USA. It's being destroyed, and there's nothing ambiguous about it. There's nothing accidental about it. It's all deliberate. It's all happening on purpose. And this guy McNaughton is a great artist, the way he's able to portray all this. Okay, and here he shows him Jesus Christu walking down the path in between all these different men from different countries and different parts of history and whatnot. And Jesus Christu is the only thing that can unify the public. The word religion means religare, legare, to ligate, to tie together. Okay. And why do you think they're trying to make the Bible illegal? They're trying to make Christianity illegal because they know it's the only thing that will help the poor guy. They don't want the poor guy to help. They want the poor guy to be a slave, or they want the poor guy to not even exist, okay? Why do you think everything is pushed towards lowering the population's numbers? Why do you think abortion is like a sacrament of communism, okay? Because they want to reduce the population, especially of Christians. Why do you think, you know, there's all this stuff in the processed food and the sky and the trails, the chem, to cause infertility? Because they don't want you reproducing, okay? It's as simple as that. It's actually not that complicated. Why do you think they've opened up the you-know-what down south, okay? Jesus Christ is the only thing that could be nice to everybody, make everybody happy, treat everybody fairly, provide individual rights to everybody. It's the only thing, okay? Good luck finding something else. And people say, oh, why do I bring up religion? Because you have to. Without religion, we're all going back to slavery. It's the only thing. You know, the Constitution, which enshrines human rights, and the Declaration of Independence, endowed by a creator, the Declaration of Independence says, that could give us rights. And they're trying to destroy those as fast as they can. Okay? Christianity says man is created in the image of God, and therefore he's part divine as well as part beast. Another painting, Jon McNaughton, beautiful. He has the idea of Christ coming back on a white horse as part of the idea of the second coming. Well, I really wish he would hurry up about it because we're overdue for needing him to help us out with this situation. Okay, and here's another painting by Jon McNaughton, and this one, I kind of like this one better. It's Christ just coming down on his own, you know. And he's sort of like, some people say, the icon, the avatar for God. Because, you know, God himself, the idea of infinite wisdom and power, so to speak, you know, it's hard to visualize. But Jesus Christu is God in the human form. And he said, he and the Father are one. All right, please come down and save us, okay? We need some help down here. So anyways, another rather beautiful painting by Jon McNaughton. That might be the last one. Let me see. Yeah, that's the last one. So anyways, I hope that was interesting. And you can check out Jon McNaughton. His website is jonmcnaughton.com. He also has a video channel here at this site.